Saying hello today again with Will and Robin from Biking Buenos Aires. I took a wonderful tour today with my guide Robin right here, who loves Buenos Aires. He's a great bicycle guide. I had a wonderful time, and his business partner Will.
Hi.
Both originally from, what was it?
I'm from Northern California.
California. And you're from?
Colorado.
Colorado. And you both studied together at?
San Diego State.
San Diego State University. Wonderful. And now you went from co-students and roommates in university to actually being business partners in Buenos Aires. Who would have thought? It's amazing, yeah. And this is actually your office right here. Very nice office area. So tell me a little bit about bicycling in Buenos Aires. Is it a new concept? Is there a lot of bicycle riding here? Or is it more or less in its infancy? Is there infrastructure? How does it work here?
You want to go ahead and take that one?
Yeah, sure. Well, it is a rather new concept, and biking didn't really pick up here until the government started implementing the bike trails here in Buenos Aires about 2 years ago. And the current governor and mayor of the city, Mauricio Macri, picked up the inspiration from the biking program in Barcelona, Spain. And with that inspiration, he brought it back, realized this is a very flat city here in Buenos Aires, perfect for biking, and a lot of open spaces that we saw on our bike ride today. So why not implement it here? And with its European infrastructure, it's perfect to lay out some bike trails. And now there are about 75 kilometers of bike trails throughout the city of Buenos Aires and Capital Federal, and about 17 stations where you can pick up a bike, rent it out for 2 hours for free if you're a resident.
If you're a resident.
And take it to another station. So it's really starting to create awareness here in the city, getting people on bikes, and it is a new concept here. And you know, a lot of the automobiles, the taxis, are still getting used to it, even though it's not so easy for them. But you know,
but they're learning to live with the two-wheeled vehicles on the road.
Exactly. And they're going to have to learn because you know it's a growing culture here.
Absolutely. Exactly. And you guys have the weather for it too.
Yeah, it's not so bad. The weather's not so bad.
Exactly. Now, Will, in addition to talking about the weather, is biking feasible 12 months a year, or is there like a real winter?
We ride bikes all year long. Like for us personally, we're not really too afraid of the rain. It doesn't get too cold here. It's actually pretty nice in the winter times. I wasn't too, he's from Colorado.
Yeah, he's used to cold.
Northern California is pretty cold itself.
Exactly.
The only problem is that there's no snow anywhere close. But yeah, I mean...
So it's quite feasible to ride the whole year round.
Absolutely.
We rode in the rain today. It was not a big deal.
Yeah, you just got to get those little rain fenders on there so you don't have water spitting up at you.
Exactly. Now tell me a little bit, what kind of tours do you guys offer? What do you cover in the city?
Great question. We basically try to incorporate the entire city. Well, as you can see on the map here,
is this all Buenos Aires here?
This is Buenos Aires. This is downtown Capital Federal. So you have 3 million, and then you have 13 million.
Yeah, it's huge, isn't it?
It's really big. So our tours are typically right here.
Right in that area.
Nobody really goes outside those areas. Unless, of course, you're from here. So we basically try to incorporate the city in 3 tours: the North Tour, the South Tour, and the entire city tour. City tour. Just to give people options, because some people don't like to bike all day long or see the entire city. Some people want to see this part of the city, and of course the downtown area, the south part of the city, is pretty much the most famous parts with Casa Rosada, where the president is, La Boca, all those different areas. And then what you guys did today was a North Tour, which is a nice ride through the park areas. And
it was beautiful.
Recoleta area.
Exactly.
So
lots of green space.
Yeah, lots of green space. It's very important. And then, of course, our 4th tour is a graffiti tour on Sundays.
I'm going to do that one. I look forward to that.
Great. That's an awesome tour, and it also covers parts of the city that we don't get to see on other tours as well. And it has a main focus, obviously, the art in the streets. Which is fantastic because it's not illegal here to do graffiti. It's not.
We teamed up with Graffiti Mundo as well. They're a non-profit organization. It was 2 British girls who came down here and were fascinated by all the street art. Much of the street art that you'll see on Sunday on the graffiti tour. And they were doing these tours walking and by bus. And so we brought the idea of conociendo, or getting to know the street art of Buenos Aires on a bike. You get to see a lot of it instead of out a window of a bus. you're on a bike and you get to actually stop right there and get to know a little bit more about it. It's a little more intimate with the street art and the artists.
Exactly. That's really cool. Now, there was one other question I was going to ask you. Where do your customers come from?
All over the world.
Yeah?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't say unfortunately, but we do get a lot of people from English-speaking countries because that's obviously what our website's more geared towards. But we speak obviously English and Spanish, Portuguese, French, Afrikaans.
Wow, you have all these different bicycle guides that have these languages.
We have 3 guides, and within these 3 guides, we speak all these languages.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's actually opened up quite a bit of our customer base.
Okay.
So we just have to focus on actually reaching that base.
Exactly. You probably need multilingual websites and stuff to get into those markets as well.
Yeah.
But there's lots of business from Canada and the States, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah, there's plenty. We're not too technical with websites, so that's probably what we're lacking. We're bike guys.
Yeah, that's a science in itself, let me tell you. No, that's wonderful. Is there anything else that we forgot to mention that you would like to have in here for a second?
Really, if you come to Buenos Aires, and even if you don't want to take a tour, we suggest that you try to get on a bicycle and to see it for yourself, because it's absolutely amazing. There's no better way to see the city.
Exactly, I agree. I had a wonderful time. Thanks, Robin, for the lovely tour today. Had a great time. Thanks, Will.
Thank you.
And I'll be joining the city tour tomorrow and the graffiti tour on Sunday, so I'm going to see lots more of Buenos Aires by bicycle.
All right.
Okay, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.